What's up, guys? It's your boy Dekkster here, and as you probably know, there have been some nerfs. These nerfs are pretty big, actually, and they're scheduled to hit on February 5th. That's really, really soon, and it's probably going to be another 2 months from there to the next expansion. So I don't know, it's going to freshen up the meta, so from that aspect, this is great. All right, so first up, Cold Blood going from 1 mana to 2 mana, nothing else changing aside from the mana cost, and it's obviously not going to be able to be running Odd Rogue anymore, but I feel like Odd Rogue's just gonna be fine. Maybe you're just gonna run, I don't know, an extra 1-drop and a 5-drop in its place. You could just do 2 5-drops or a couple 3-drops or something. It's not too big of a deal. I still think Odd Rogue's gonna be a thing. As for like Miracle, I feel like it's still gonna be ran in Miracle as well. But I think what's most exciting about this is the possibility of using this in even Rogue builds. Even Rogue has felt pretty decent, maybe like tier 4, but it's felt like it was almost there, and this might be a big step up for it. Maybe it becomes a top of tier 3, maybe bottom of tier 2 or something, but I don't know, just shoving this in there, helping you get that extra reach for even Rogue could be cool, could be fun. Definitely looking forward to messing around with this in even Rogue. And once again, I feel like Odd's going to be fine. I feel like Miracle is going to be fine. It does slow down your early aggression against control decks. You know, sometimes you'd go Firefly on 1, and on turn 2, you'd fly in Cold Blood, get a lot of pressure in there that your opponent couldn't deal with. That was kind of fun if you're the rogue, but if you're the other player, then there's nothing you can do about it. Kind of sucks. So I guess I could see where they're coming from. It doesn't really hurt your late game burst too much, just your early game a little bit. So this is the one that kind of confuses me the most. Flametongue Totem going from 2 mana to 3 mana. This is a classic card. It's kind of just been always run in Shaman. It's kind of what makes even Shaman so good. And obviously you're not going to be able to run this in even Shaman anymore. Direwolf Alpha, kind of a bad version of this. Usually already running even, but maybe we're gonna have to find a different 2-drop to put in its place. Or maybe it's just going to make even Shaman fall in playability, which it wasn't already seeing too much play. For some reason, I just feel like in the upcoming expansion, because, I mean, they obviously know the upcoming couple expansions, maybe Flametongue was just a little bit too much. Maybe even Shaman was just kind of too good with Flametongue and the new set. Would Flametongue still be played in a normal Shaman builds? I don't know. At 3 mana, it's pretty expensive. There's not even like a normal Shaman build. By normal, I mean not even or odd. And I don't know. It's quite a big hit. It really is. And then is this gonna open up the possibility of an odd Shaman? Probably not. I mean, it'd be fun to mess around with, but I'm not sure you really want this there. So I feel really bad for people who invested so much into even Shaman because there's so many niche legendaries. You know, you got Kalamos, Hagatha's fairly niche, Alakir, and now you just get hit with this. There's no way to get a refund on all those expensive legendaries. So this definitely sucks from that perspective. All right, we got another big one here. Equality going from 2 to 4 mana. This is a very big deal. Equality is kind of been like the base of Control Paladin. It's always been there in a lot of Paladin builds. This is going to hurt even Paladin. Maybe even Paladin was too good when they were playtesting, so they had to bump it up to 4 mana. I can understand it not going to 3 mana because I feel like that would push Odd Paladin over the edge, you know, just being able to ram through any taunts with ease. Although Ixar said that is not why they nerfed this to 4. He said the reason they nerfed it to 4 was because with future sets, it just seemed a little bit too good at 2 and even at 3. So do we think this is still going to be played in most Paladin lists? I mean, probably not, unless it's still going to fit into even somehow. But this hurts so much. If you're playing a Control Paladin, it seems like Shrink Ray would just be a better option at this point. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure people are going to be running Equality too much anymore. Ixar also says that he has hope for Control Paladin with the new sets. So maybe this is another nerf in that case where they just thought it was too good with the new sets. Okay, so Hunter's Mark getting nerfed from 1 to 2 mana. This thing actually used to be 0 mana, so it's come quite a ways here. And I don't feel like this is really necessary. The mid-range hunters were already like not really running hunter's marks because you just didn't really need it. And then at 2 mana, it's really slow. I can mostly maybe see this being played in some sort of even hunter due to the Spellstone nerf as well. I do think even hunter is going to be a lot better than people are expecting. It's actually pretty solid right now. I was even running a build to decent success earlier this month. So would hunter's mark help that? Possibly. Maybe use it with the Grievous Bite. But yeah, I don't know. This one really confuses me. Not too sure why they nerfed this one. All right, and then we got Emerald Spellstone going from 5 to 6 mana. I really thought this nerf was going to be maybe playing 2 secrets to upgrade it, but going from 5 to 6 mana doesn't seem too bad at all. And maybe that was their intention. They didn't really want to nerf it that much. Like, obviously, it's going to be a lot slower if you're playing the sort of Spellstone hybrid hunters, just trying to slam this out on curve on turn 5, you know, playing a secret on 2, playing a secret on 3, and then coining this out on turn 4 is always the nuts. So this is going to be a lot slower, which is going to make it easier to play against Spellstone hunters. But it doesn't nerf it so hard to the point where you're not going to want to run it in Spell Hunters. Once again, making even hunter look really, really good. The list I was playing previously was running secrets even without the Spellstone. So the fact that this is getting thrown in there, you know, you got your secrets, you got this, you got Hunter's Mark, you got Rexar, and you got Zul'jin. I think this is going to be a really fun deck. You can still run Kathrinas and Devil Sores, high mains, so it's going to be a good time. And I mean, the nerf's fine. It slows down hunters without neutering them too much. So per Vicious Syndicate, here are the tier 1 and tier 2 decks. We got even Paladin at number 1, which is going to get hit by the nerf, obviously, for equality. Control Priest not even being touched at all, which is actually terrifying. I feel like Priest is going to be so good. We got Odd Paladin also not being touched, although it's easy to counter if there become too many Odd Paladins on the ladder. It's easily countered, but if there's not too many, it does seem like it's going to be a really strong choice. And then you got Mid-Range Hunter not getting hit by nerfs really at all either. If we look at the top of tier 2, we can see Cube Hunter not getting hit by anything. That might be a great choice as well. Hybrid Hunter does run Spellstone, so that's getting hit a little bit, but not too much. Still probably going to be a great deck. Even Shaman, probably going to go down in win rate a little bit. Odd Rogue, I feel like is going to stay the same, but drop just a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. My biggest concern here after these nerfs is that Priest just seems like it's going to be a powerhouse until the rotation at least. Control Priest is going to be great. I feel like combo control's no joke. And then Clone is just... It's so hard to beat it. It just seems like a solitaire deck, very uninteractive. And I mean, it's going to stick around. It's going to be a problem. And yeah, so that's all the nerfs. Once again, coming the 5th of February. That is the first Tuesday of February. I like the changes. It shakes up the meta, but I'm also less limited in my card collection. I know a lot of people aren't willing to put so much money into it. So when you spend so much money getting the packs to get like an even Shaman, and then even Shaman just gets demolished, that really sucks. If you spend all your dust making an even Paladin, and then equality gets hit, that sucks a lot. So from that perspective, I'm kind of sad about the nerfs. So hopefully the meta gets scrambled, but your decks are still viable. And then we have a fun meta until the rotation in April. And then we get to throw more money at the game, you know? So yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do stream on Twitch, so if you aren't watching there, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a follow. Good luck on ladder, and stay hydrated.